Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. That's not the intro. That's not the intro. Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Minecraft video, Minecraft City Let's Play. We're back here on the world, getting ready to do some more building. Always exciting stuff, always fun. Hopping in here, and we made some good progress over the last the last episode and whatnot. Building this circular building here. I'm quite a fan of how it turned out, and I think it suits the location that it's in very well. What I was thinking today is I want to move on to some office buildings, so we'll get to that in a second. However, I'm trying to think if there's anything really new that I want to share with you guys, and I don't think right now at the moment there is. No. Yeah, I end up being crazy busy over the last week or so, and it's just been a quite a fun ride. A lot of stuff going on, but I did manage to, of course, get a bunch of stuff done before then, so we are still making decent progress, and I want to continue it. So yeah, what better way to continue it than go ahead and start building some more office buildings in our financial sort of district. And this is not really the financial district. This is just sort of where all the banks are going to probably go. Well, I guess they're going to go more south, aren't they? Whoa. This chunk thing, wow, this is really weird. I've been having a lot of issues still with the chunks. And again, they haven't seemed to patch it. This is working, by the way. Did I ever show you guys this? It's not working. Never mind. This was a street light, and I believe I did show it, actually. Let's hit it off here and see if I can time it just right. No, I didn't time it right. Here, I'll show you. It's definitely not going to help with the lag situation, but it just simply goes up and down, or I guess just down like that. And it's supposed to be like a little parking sign, like get your parking here, and it's, like a little light up sign. I thought it was cool. So, I added it. I'm sure I've shown you guys that before, but anyway, we will turn it off for the time being. I'm thinking we're going to go build in here, but now I'm looking at it and there's not a lot of room. Maybe we go back here and actually complete up this lot right here. In fact, why don't we do that? I have a little idea as to what we could do with this location. So let's go ahead and actually get to work. Yeah, let's do it. I'm kind of thinking about going for a black wool building, which might just be fine here. I don't know. I think it'll look half decent. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we build it back here, and we maybe go up to that height there, and we do these 5 wide sections, as we usually typically would do on a building base of this size. And I'm just gonna see what sort of thing we could fit in here. In fact, I'm probably not even going to worry too much about the sides of the back of the lot going in here, just because we have all flat walls back there. As long as we sit with our base lower than that first balcony on that building, that's kind of the only requirement. And I'm building a lot of 4s. I'm supposed to be making 5s. Here we go. Then I actually want to have a section here where it comes in by 3. I want this to be the parking garage section. Let's see if I can kind of indicate this one as well. No, come on, 5, 3, 4, 5, and then 1. And that's going to be where cars will go to park. And I'm thinking, actually, maybe that's all we'll do for the size of this building. What's the deal here if we want to throw something else in here? We could definitely fit something in here. And this is just a rough sketch. This is not going to be a building whatsoever. But there we go. That's what's going to go there, basically. So here's what we'll do. We'll end this building here, and we'll get to work on an actual skyscraper for the top of it. Let me just simply lay out a basic base here. Cool. So when we do get to the back here, we are actually underneath the balconies, which is perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. And so we'll continue. And we actually line up under these windows as well, which I was actually not even thinking about, which is good. So what we'll do is we'll back up right onto these so we won't have any sort of walkway in between, which I think will be fine. And then what we'll do is we will start filling in some of the black wool on the roof here. And we're really just going to be working on the skyscraper part as we usually do, not on the base too much. Let me get the F3 on this, just make sure we're okay. 74. This guy over here is actually 75. Let's go up one more. And we'll put our first command in right here, concluding with this black and then wool. And then this one right here, of course, we will go from this corner, I guess, over to here. And then we will be all good for the kind of base structure of the build. Obviously, I still have to kind of build these sections all up, so let me go ahead and just do that. Cool, so the idea for this building is to sort of use I do want some sort of design here on the front, so let me just think here. That is going to be 3 blocks off there. That's perfect. What we want to do is we want a double layered back window system, which will kind of give it some depth. And how we're going to go about doing that is we're going to just use the 3s on here. So that we'll do it like that. And then what we'll do is we'll take maybe some blue or white. I'll use white glass, I think is the best option here, just to have it, so that it stands out a little bit more. And in fact, what we'll do is we'll actually just build this entire intersection out of glass, because why not? It kind of looks cool. And then what we'll just have is this sort of protective casing around the building, almost using this black wool. Something like this will work just fine on this build. We're going out to there, which is cool. And then what we'll do is we'll even go back here. And then we'll sort of continue the design pattern of this build just along like so. This actually might be one of the quickest office buildings that we can put together here in this series. We'll see how long it takes me to do this outer casing, but the windows are going to be extremely easy, and we might be able to get this thing up very quickly. It's not going to be super tall. We're going for more of a rectangular, short building. Yeah, I think it's going to work out very nicely. Actually, cool thing that I want to try to accomplish, or achieve, I should say, over here in the corner is actually doing a little bit of an inverted pattern that we could do with this building. And what I'm thinking is doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was 6 that we did over here. And then bringing it back out like that, maybe. And that kind of matches the other side there and gives this building more shape. That's very cool. Let's just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That all looks very good. And I'm thinking this is going to be a really cool shape. All right, now we're going to move on to the glass, which is the part that I said might go really, really quickly here. Because we can just simply use fill commands if we're going to use it as all glass. We can go with white stained glass. Sorry, here we go. And then just simply tagging off of our previous command. So we save that second one because we know it's the coordinate of the top one. Put our first one in right there. Even for this one, we can now replace our second one with this coordinate. Then we're heading back to the first coordinate over here. And we just simply rotate through, replacing them. It actually makes it really quick to fill in glass like this on a build. And that's the key if you're ever working on a building that has kind of weird shapes or whatever, and you're thinking, man, I don't really want to work in kind of these strange shapes because it's going to be much easier to fill, on just a regular square building. Well, actually, this method is really quick and a great way of doing this if you ever have a build with lots of different shapes, kind of, different square sections that you need to fill in quickly. If you can go corner to corner like this and just use the exact same commands, it makes up for the time and makes it a lot easier. The main issue with this, though, is if you type in the wrong one, you end up with like a big square. Like it could be from this corner all the way over to here or whatever, and you can get rid of a lot of your buildings. So you just got to be careful using it. But otherwise, it works out really well. Of course, for the floors, we can actually just go ahead here and do something really easy as well. I don't want black floors just because I feel like that's a little bit too much. So maybe what we'll do is we'll go over here, is it? And we'll go with like light gray concrete, something that will kind of, lighten the mood in here. Yeah, I like that a lot more. On the inside of this build, it's actually going to feel pretty nice. We have the white stained glass and then the concrete, which kind of gives it a really nice, really nice kind of bright interior. Let's go light gray concrete. There we go. And finally, to lighten things up a little bit more, we're going to have to add in some torches. So maybe I'll just go like every third one of these or something. And I'll just kind of roughly add them. We'll go there. There we go. That works well. And now we just got to clone the building up. You can already see on the front here what the look's going to kind of be. What we got to do is grab this corner, though, down here. Got both of our corners now, and it's just a matter of cloning the thing up. Again, I do have full videos on the channel, clone and fill command tutorials, based on just how to do these builds. In case you're new here and you haven't seen those, I highly recommend checking them out. They're literally just almost solely focused on skyscrapers and the use of them within your Minecraft city. But yeah, it's definitely the way to go if you're new here with the commands and you're trying to build a city. You had to know them really to build it. It's just going to make it so much easier. This is really cool, actually. I'm really liking the look of this. I'm liking the height that we went with, and I think I'm just going to cap it off right there. Best way to probably do this is just going to be to put a regular roof on it, so I'll just go around with the black wool like we did with the floors. Whoops, actually, I'm going to put down concrete. We'll fix that. Another way that I was just thinking, what happened here? Okay. We'll just fill them by hand. Another way that I was actually thinking you could add some cool detail to this building is if you go ahead and add some white stained glass panes going up the side of each one of these pillars. I think it could actually add some really cool detail. I didn't want to add it because we have a building that's fairly similar to this over in the other area of town that does have like the white panes. Actually, I think it uses black panes. But if you did that on each one of them, that might actually look pretty cool. I might end this off just with like a square roof. I kind of want it to just look very simple, very New York style. Yeah, I mean, I kind of just like how that's sitting right there. Very basic. I might go and do a little bit more detailing to it later. I want to just show you what we did on the building over here, which isn't actually over here. It's over here. And it's right here. And again, you can see it uses a very similar style, except the glass panes are inside or on the regular kind of layer. They're not, indented by one. This also uses the black stained glass that goes up the side, which just adds a nice little bit of detail. It also has this cool stagger pattern on the front here. But yeah, I feel like that's a very traditional New York building, and we kind of accomplished that with the one back here as well. In a more, well, not even a more simple form, because we do have our depth through the glass there as well. And yeah, so I'm really liking how that one turned out, and I think we are going to leave it there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and finish out the back of my base just with black wool. In fact, I think I got very lucky here because, yeah, this thing actually lines up perfectly, and I did not plan that. But yeah, if you were to build this in your own world, and this is a corner building or whatever, you would probably want to put in some glass here. But yeah, pretty simple. Just keep following the 5 wide pattern and just adjust it. I'm pretty sure this is actually set to the right length that we could just add those. Maybe not. No, it's not, because this is like a 7, right? Yeah, so you know, maybe extend it or, you know, take it in however much you need and then just put the same size building on top. It doesn't really matter. You can even modify the building. But in my case, it's just me flat surfaces, so I didn't really care if they lined up or not. Anyway, I'm going to end the video there. I feel like we did a pretty good job of creating this sort of traditional New York looking office building. I'm very happy with how it turned out. If you guys have any suggestions for buildings you'd like to see built in the world in the future, I highly recommend that you leave them below because I read all the comments and you might see your building in the next video. And that is going to do it for today's video. So if you guys did enjoy, please don't forget to go below, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys all in the next video.